Hello again to our short impulses for a better business life and business success. This time we would like to concentrate on health. I think it's quite important if we are leading a department or a company or whatever it should be, to have a certain amount of time and also relaxation on our health. It's definitely true. Like minimum, the Germans are spending more money to maintain their cars than to maintain their health. Might be because of the Germans are usually healthy, but that's not true. It's definitely not true. It is because we are not taking care as long as we are not ill with our body. So in times of stress, in times of very heavy influences in our business, it's even more important to stay healthy. The most important leaders in the like minimum as known in the European and American world are quite good in shape. What they are doing is something what we could copy without any problems. And I would like to face on some 5 points, some very important points from my point of view, what are easy to reach and heavily increasing our status of health. The very first one is avoid the 3 whites. First of the whites is salt. I think it's very well known that salt is something what is increasing our blood pressure and is having a lot of influence of our health in the future. So if we can minimize that, it's not about avoiding, it's about minimizing. I think it's better to treat ourselves in that way. The second one is sugar. And the third one is everything what is made out of like bread and cake and all these kinds of things, what is definitely limiting our possibility to keep healthy. I try to avoid most of the time all these white bakery products. Also pasta, also pizza and these kinds of things. And I'm doing quite well. And I learned this from the more younger people out of the business, like Zuckerberg, like Bezos, like Elon Musk and these people who are really treating themselves quite good and they are explaining it as well. Some of them are vegetarians. I don't think it's really necessary to go that far, but it's definitely true. Some of their knowings we should use for ourselves. Second one, fresh air. I think it's definitely underestimated what is happening when we're sitting all the day around in meetings. 60 minutes meetings and no pause in between. And that automatically is calming down our breath. That means the air as alimentation for ourselves is calming down and we are getting not enough oxygen and perhaps some headache. Perhaps the blood flow is not that good anymore and perhaps that is influencing our ability to make good decisions. Because of that, we should try to make a break after every few meetings for some 5 minutes outside at the fresh air to make some discussions with some friends around, what should be necessary as well. But breathing, we should not forget about it. Third one, movement. I don't talk about exercises. I'm talking about some 15-20 minutes every day of some movements. If you're not willing or you don't have time to make some sports, to exercise yourself, it's sometimes enough to take the stairs at the beginning of the day and at noon to have a small walk through the park or wherever it's possible, and at night to play around with the children, with the grandchildren or whatever in the garden. That's already enough as first step. And it will increase automatically your immune system and your health. So quite a good challenge and not that critical, not that problematic to go that way. Fourth one, try to keep with food where you can imagine that it was something live before you ate it. Vegetables, fish, meat, where you can still see that it was meat. It's quite reasonable to eat something like that. And avoid everything what is prepared by big companies, what you usually are buying in the supermarket, because you think it's really fast to get there and to get your calories out of it. It's definitely not the case. Additionally, one of the whites is nearly every time inside of these boxes, the sugar. So try to avoid this and try to go for an apple, for a banana, for fresh meat, for some vegetables, where you still can see what it was before dying. And the meat was dying exactly for you to make that happen. And the fifth one. The fifth one is relaxing and sleep. I think it's by far underestimated. Everybody is thinking about, I have to run, I have to do everything, I have to make things happen. So I'm needed in every minute, in every situation. It's not like that. You can choose yourself. Make some breaks in between, or your health is giving you sometimes a break what lasts a lot longer. So keep in balance, and if possible, take your time to sleep beside of relaxing. These are my 5 points for your health in terms of growing your business in the right direction, because an unhealthy chief, an unhealthy boss is really not helping the business. So see you next time.